For those that have been tweeting us, you didn't jump on Andy Pettitte for lying. Andy Pettitte didn't lie. Andy Pettitte used HGH, and when it was discovered that he did, he came right out and said, you know what, you got me. He didn't lie. They got Alex Rodriguez, and he continued to say, no. It's like, what's that old rap song, Ryan? It wasn't me.
Yeah, well, what are you talking about with Shaggy? Wasn't me?
So, wasn't me. I mean, I see you coming out of the house with the girl. It wasn't me.
Right.
I mean, Andy Pettitte gave it up right away. You got me. I did it. I apologize. I'm sorry. Don't compare the two. And you can say, well, you like Andy. I got to tell you guys something. You seem to forget it. I guess you seem to forget from the very first time that Alex Rodriguez came to this town and was here for the 2004 season, I was his biggest supporter. I liked him personally. I've said over and over, I think there's a goodness in him that gets overridden by the demons in him. So I'm not on some witch hunt for Alex Rodriguez, but he did what he did. And if you don't see it, you're blind or you're rolling over for him. Period. And Andy Pettitte, somebody I like a lot. But I didn't support Andy Pettitte when he said he did it. I could not believe that. That's the thing that convinced me, probably also convinced Ryan. If Andy Pettitte could do it, anybody could do it. So don't just pick on Alex Rodriguez and say he's the only one. But now he's done it twice, been caught twice, lied twice. So he's kind of at a different level than Andy Pettitte.
Yeah, and not only that, at that time, do you remember Andy Pettitte in the aftermath of that as well? He was so insistent on making sure he answered everybody's questions because he wanted to handle it and move on. Yes, I made a mistake, but I don't want this to follow me around for the rest of my life. I want to make sure any questions you have about it, I truly answer. He went around apologizing to everybody, including you.
He apologized to me personally.
I mean, Alex Rodriguez isn't apologizing. Yeah, it is totally different. It's not in the same ballpark.
I'd forgotten that he apologized to people.
Yes.
Listen, I'm sorry. I know you've always supported me, and I let you down. You don't have to do that.
Right.
It's your deal.
But there's always degrees, right? Andy Pettitte was a likable guy.
But Alex Rodriguez is a likable guy.
No, but not to everybody.
Well, I liked him, and
I know that.
him.
But I'm saying Alex Rodriguez is a very polarizing figure. And I'm sorry. You can bring up anybody you want. You can bring up Jason Giambi, who apologized but never said what he was apologizing for, okay? Right. You could talk
and now
about
he's going to end up being a manager.
You could talk about, Palmeiro wagging the finger and Mark McGwire denying it and Sammy Sosa all of a sudden losing the ability to speak English. There's so many guys that you can bring up. But Alex Rodriguez is always going to be looked upon differently because he's such a polarizing figure. The guy can't take a picture at Central Park with his shirt off without 2 hours of talk radio to analyze it. It's something about Alex Rodriguez, Michael, and there are people that come to the defense of Alex Rodriguez with intensity, and there are people that despise Alex Rodriguez with intensity. I've never met a sporting figure where people have no interest. They either love the guy or despise the guy. There is no gray area with Alex Rodriguez. He is as unique an athlete as any that I've ever seen. Whether it's his fault, whether it's the public's fault, whatever it is, but it's hard to compare him to anybody else that's been in his situation because he is so unique.
This is a country of second chances. Mark McGwire's a hitting coach. Jason Giambi was a serial drug user, and he's going to be a manager in baseball. He's a beloved elder figure now in the game. So there were second chances. But when you lie like this, I don't know if Alex is going to get that second or third chance. He'll get a chance to play. Yeah. But as far as being embraced by the baseball community, he sued his own union.
I know. But, again, he has this unique opportunity that he had last time. And that is to go out and change the narrative by going out and playing well.
Right.
And let's face it, Michael, all the people that hate Alex Rodriguez and don't want him to play and are going to root against him, if he goes 4 for 4 on opening day and helps the Yankees win a ball game, he has the chance to change that over. Because fans are fans, Michael.
But you know what? I actually, Don, I disagree. I think he blew that chance with the narrative. You messed that up once. Now, maybe people are going to root for him. Fine. But when he was caught the first time, he had a chance to make Chapter 2 the clean A-Rod years, where if he performed well enough, we could have looked back on the Royd years and said, you know what? Yeah, it enhanced him, but he was still a great player. But when you go through what he went through, publicly lying on national TV on 60 Minutes, then having to admit that he lied and everything else, and then you have success, and then you go back and you still I'm sorry. I will forever believe, it doesn't matter what he does now, he is forever going to be a user in my mind.
And he's never going to go to the Hall of Fame,
Nor
and he's never going to have that lovey-kissy relationship with a fan base. But the Yankees have a lot of fans, and those fans want to see the team win. And if he can help the team win, he can change the perspective.
I hope he hits 150.
I agree with Don because I think if he does well, not that things are going to be forgiven, but they'll embrace him because he's helping their team win. I mean, in San Francisco, Don knows this. He watches all their games because of his wife. Barry Bonds is a god.
A god. It's the only place in the country that he's a god. because he helped them go to the World Series in 2002, and he was a great player. Now, I don't think Alex Rodriguez is going to be a great player. He's going to be 40s. You say, obviously not using. It would be incredible to believe that he was, and I don't think he's going to perform well. But if he actually goes out there and hits 280 and hits 25 home runs, and the Yankees are winning, and then they lose a couple of games when he's out, he has the ability to at least change the narrative a little bit within his own fan base.